Hey there guys, DMO73 here, bringing you some more spoiler coverage for the week. Today we are looking at our second ruler for Legacy Lost, and this is, Valentina's back. Of course she is. So let's just jump right in. We're looking at blue-black cards today. We have the Invading Demon of Water, Valentina. She is a Wanderer, blue-black, Judgment of blue, black, and 1, energized for blue or for black. And she says, whenever you play a water chant, so a water spell, target resonator gains -X attack until the end of the turn, where X is that chant's total cost. And whenever you play a darkness chant, target resonator gains -X until end of turn, where X is that chant's total cost. It's -X defense. So this essentially means if you cast Space-Time Anomaly, it turns into -7/-7 to a resonator, which is pretty crazy for this for that spell. It already is a super powerful spell, and giving it that kind of additional hate is pretty cool. Just in general, this ability kind of automatically makes me feel like this is a control list, and having more ways to give things minuses is also fantastic, because we haven't seen a lot of minus effects lately. It's been a lot of damage, and so going back to having this kind of color be associated with the minuses I think is really cool, and this kind of just versatility of just raw extra advantage from every spell that you're casting is pretty legit. So next up we have Valentina Released Terror. So here's the flip side. So she's a 1000 Conqueror. First off, this artwork is crazy and really cool. And then so she says you pay one less to play water darkness spells. So this is specifically cards that are water and darkness. So it can't be just darkness or just water. And it's only the void cost, so that's okay, but it's all water darkness cards get cheaper. And then you can banish 2 resonators, choose 1, draw a card, or destroy target resonator. So she can pop the board and help you draw back into other stuff. Plus she's a 1000, which is a good strength for a J ruler that flips for 3. So pretty cool. We'll have to see kind of what other support she has to get these resonators out onto the board faster, but that's going to come up with these next few cards. So we have the Illusionary Projection. So it is a blue-black 4/4. So 2-drop 4/4, it's okay. But when it's put into a graveyard from your field, you get to put a 4/4 Water Darkness Fantasy Resonator token into your field. So essentially that makes up for the fact that its stats are a little bit weak, because it's essentially 2 creatures. So you play it, if it dies or gets sacked by anything, you just get another creature to replace it. That's really good, especially if you're considering, her ability. Sack 2 of these guys, kill something, get 2 Fantasy Resonators, sack 2 more, sack those tokens and kill something else. That's a lot of versatility and definitely has some synergy with Valentina. Moving into Illusion Wizard. She's a 3-drop 5/5, but remind you, when she's flipped, when Valentina's flipped, she'll become a 2-drop 5/5, which is much better. And when this card enters your field, you get a 4/4 Water Darkness Fantasy Resonator. So again, it's about kind of the swarm, in a sense, the multiple creatures of decent strength, as opposed to a really, really strong creature or a million creatures of really, really weak strength. So it's kind of the halfway between like Feasting's token generation and like a hard casting heavy creature build. Also really naturally serves well into her flip side, because you can essentially play it's essentially another form of stoning to death, in a sense. So when she's flipped, you can play this, get your second creature, and you're already fueled up to be able to sack a creature while still having those 2 creatures on board. So you essentially just play this and you have an instant speed free stoning to death later that can't be countered. So pretty strong. Now we have Deceptive Dreams, a 4-drop 7/7. Keep in mind that when Valentina's flipped, this will be a 3-drop 7/7, so the stats are okay. When this card enters your field, your opponent discards a card, and when this card is put into a graveyard from your field, you draw a card. So this card is a little bit less impressive for me. It's not as impactful when it enters the field, because at 4 cost, if you're playing black, you're probably playing other discard stuff, so maybe your opponent doesn't even have a hand. But again, it's something that if you stack it, you get some advantage off of it with Valentina, so pretty okay. Now, Moojdart, the Lady of Illusions, apparently is evil now, so that's weird. 6 stages come back. She's a 4-drop 8/8, just like she used to be, but she can be a 3-drop 8/8. She has flying, which is new. Other water resonators you control gain +2/+2, and other darkness resonators you control gain +2/+2. So keep that in mind, that if something is then water and darkness, it will get both pumps. So this means that when she's out on the board, all of those tokens that you're generating are now 8/8s, which is legitimate. And you can banish a fantasy resonator to give her barrier from chance until the end of the turn. So you can protect her from any kind of spells by banishing another resonator, which is okay. I imagine you're probably going to be banishing those tokens a lot, but I'm not quite sure how much I feel about that, because it doesn't prevent her from being targeted by abilities. It's just spells. But it does make sense that they want that to happen. I mean, she's kind of your thing that's boosting up all your stuff. She's maybe kind of more of your end game. And so having the ability to protect her naturally is probably pretty effective. It's probably pretty helpful. Moving on into our Magic Stone, we have the Remains of Ataraktia. Of course, it is a blue-black shock rock, as we are calling them now. If your J-Ruler isn't Valentina, the new one, you have to pay 300 life or it comes in rested. It's treated as a water and darkness Magic Stone, and so this is the interesting part. You can tap it to target resonator token gains +1/+1 until the end of the turn. So that is not as J-Ruler specific, but it is kind of, because not all J-Rulers are going to be producing tokens. So interesting mechanics there. Definitely some interesting cards. Looking forward to seeing what comes out of it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment sections down below. Or do you think these cards are good, bad, excited to play them? What kind of deck? I already have a deck in mind for how I'm going to play this based on what other cards we see. I'm looking forward to putting that out for you guys. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe as always. And until next time, this is DMO73 signing off.